Today we're gonna cover the story of Pierrick Picaut, who is a great Blender 3D generalist from France. In this interview he did with CGcookie, he will share with us very valuable and interesting stuff about his work and becoming a successful 3D artist. He starts off saying, "I started in 3D the hard way, using REMASTERED 3D 100% NURB software. While working for a company, I set out to create a mobile game concept with friends using Victorian style, and they pushed me to use 3D. I decided to learn Blender and I started working with it for hours and hours, late into the night and on weekends. Blender became a complete addiction. Eventually I quit my job and started my freelance career. I mostly learned Blender from Blender Foundation DVDs and from CGcookie. I even became a Blender Foundation certified trainer with the objective to make tutorials for CGcookie. Now 99% of my working time is spent on 3D projects, and it does more than just pay my bills. It allows me to have a really good lifestyle, which is just awesome." My biggest regret is that I got into 3D so late. I always thought it was something for the elite CG artist and too complicated for me. But like all things in life, you just need to spend time on it and you can learn anything. The best advice I can give: publish your work. Don't be afraid to be criticized, and you need to gain visibility in this industry, so stop being shy. And don't be intimidated by seeing AAA art on a lot of forums. I used to think I will never be able to do this in my life. But now I know that the true CG rockstars do maybe 1 in 100,000 of what is done in the world of CG. You don't need to work for Blizzard or ILM to find a good job or a great CG project. 3D and VR are everywhere. There are a lot of things to be done with Blender. The only thing you need is to work on your skills. Practice every day, publish your work, be criticized, progress, and start all over again. This video is brought to you by sketchfab, a platform for buying and selling 3D models online. Their store has a lot of high quality models to choose from using a great model inspector. Links in the description. In my first year, I was searching for customers on specialized forums. Some of my first jobs came in through the blenderartist.org and other French freelancing websites. The fact that I have published several personal projects got me featured, and the fact that I was active in a lot of forums made me Google friendly and helped me a lot with finding new clients. Now I don't search for customers anymore. I often have to review projects because I'm booked, which is a great problem to have. I make my living with Blender, so the answer is yes. If you master Blender, you won't have any trouble learning other software. The core thing in CG is not the software, but the way you use it. Plus, Blender has a very big community and a lot of valuable free resources, and it continues to prove to be reliable even for professionals. It really depends on the kind of project I'm working on, but I generally spend as little time as possible drawing and sketching. I prefer 3D blocking to output concept and prove my clients. When it comes to character creation, I generally know what I want and I look for as much references as I can online. And then I use the Dino Topo or simple 3D blocking to sketch my character. I proceed the same way with hard surface or environments and use 3D to block out spaces and search for references to explain the concept to my customers. If you look around at various workflows, you will see that ZBrush is often used in the industry combined with Maya or 3ds Max, and in my case with Blender. I do feel more comfortable with Blender's dynamic Dino Topo as I believe it is more flexible. I feel way more comfortable with 3D navigation in Blender, and once I have sketched my character, I will make the topology and UVs in Blender and go to ZBrush. The benefit of ZBrush is its power and the ability to deal with very high level of subdivisions, allowing you to get very fine details like skin pores. It has a solid layer system that allows you to sculpt details. ZBrush is for me just another tool to go a little further than simply using Blender, though you can achieve very nice stuff using Blender on its own. The overall process is exactly the same. You block stuff, try to make it as good as possible, then dive into details. Style is a matter of stroke and proportions, and you can emphasize using stylized shading and lighting. I used to play a lot of video games and was so inspired by Blizzard background and style. I have stopped playing video games a long time ago because it was too time consuming and I easily get carried away. Recently I played Overwatch and I bought Total War Warhammer. I've also been hired to work on a new video game called Noira. I will be in charge of rigging and animating all the characters. I will also be modeling props and environment assets, which should be fun. Every day, I keep finding new inspiring things that I want to learn about. I'd really like to dive into the animation node add-on as the outputs are awesome. I love motion design. I was also amazed by the Atom demo in Unity. I believe real-time is a thing and I will have to master it to stay competitive on the market. I hope you found this interview useful and informative. If you have something to add, you can leave it in the comment section below. Also, you can check some of our previous videos. Thank you very much and I'll see you in the next one.